and is certainly bigger than Atiku Abubakar.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, in an interview with the Sun newspapers, revealed the reason P2B paid him a visit. P2B didn't only pay Atiku Abubakar a visit, he visited other PDP stalwarts, including the former Senate President Olusola Saraki. Atiku revealed that the PDP and the Labour Party are in talks to form a mega party to battle APC and Tinubu in 2027. When he was asked if he will step down for P2B in 2027, he used the word may, which means it is tentative, it is dependent on conditions at the time. He said that he will step down for P2B if the mega party nominates him as the flag bearer for the presidential election in 2027, that he will have no other choice than to obey and follow the party's decision. So in other words, Atiku Abubakar is trying to say that everyone should be bound by the party's decision, whether it's P2B that is eventually nominated, or Atiku Abubakar, or Saraki, or anybody, that everyone must be bound by the party's decision. This is where it becomes very dangerous. What they wanted in 2023, they might get it on a platter in 2027. Exactly why P2B left PDP and joined the Labour Party. Up till today, many PDP members don't even know why P2B left PDP and went to Labour Party. Many feel that it was because the party refused to zone the presidential ticket to the south or the southeast. Some also think that it was because of Wike, how he played the politics, how he didn't respect P2B, the way he played politics in Oka and all that he said. No, not at all. These are not even the major reason. The main reason he left PDP was because of the transactional politics. In PDP, when you talk about presidential primaries, you are going to compete not based on competence or track record or whatever you've done, experience, whatever you think you've done in your political life. You only compete based on how much you can pay, how much you can pay delegates, how much you can afford to spend for the PDP presidential ticket. Remember that P2B toured the 36 states when he signified his interest to run for president under PDP. He met everyone that mattered in PDP, he met the National Executive Committee, he met virtually everyone in PDP. But after talking to them that there was no money to share anymore, they didn't listen to him. They were focused on the millions of dollars they will make in a presidential primary election. All the delegates that attend and vote in the presidential primaries, they go home with millions of naira. So if the mega party they are trying to form will conduct their presidential primaries the same way PDP conducted their 2022 presidential primaries, where presidential candidates outbid and outspent each other trying to buy the presidential ticket, you know that anyone that spends millions of dollars to buy a presidential ticket from a party, it's an investment. The person must recover his investment with benefits, with profits when he gets to office. So if it's the same way they will conduct it, then it is dead on arrival. Transactional politics must die before Nigeria's democracy can grow. We have seen it already in operation in Nigeria. Anybody with any shady background, he could be a criminal, he could be involved in the past in narcotics trafficking or corruption. He might be a former governor who made millions of dollars through corruption when he was in office. All he needs to do is just buy his way at the presidential primary stage in the political party of his choice, buy his way during the election, buy INEC, buy the courts, and become the president. And that person won't spend all this money and you expect him to work for you. It's not possible. It's an investment he made. He must recover his investment and now steal more on top of the investment. If someone is ready to spend millions of dollars to get there, he's not going there to serve you. That's the reality. So if transactional politics doesn't die, Nigeria is going nowhere. What they can do to mitigate the situation in the mega party, of course, there are many intellectuals involved in the negotiations. Professor Pat Otome has been talking about this mega party for a long time. They should make sure they remove the power of delegates. What's so special about delegates that they must make millions of naira for a presidential candidate to emerge? What is so special about the delegates that other members of the party can't do? They should throw it open like the American system. Let them conduct the presidential primary election state by state. Let all card-carrying members of the party vote in the presidential primaries. It will be harder to manage and it will take a longer time to accomplish, but at least it will reduce the corruption. That way, the most popular candidate will emerge because they have gone to the grassroots. When you bring the presidential primaries to the grassroots, you test the popularity of the person that you want to be your flag bearer.
Where is labor in this country? Where is the structure? Where is labor? No single member of local government, no state assembly, no House of Representatives, no Senate, no governor, no local government chairman, no nothing. Fine, they are starting. It's not bad to start. But you cannot start and at the same time be at the top.
But they seem to be popular among the youth.
Okay, let the youth vote for them.
When they were talking about having political structure before you can contest for presidential election, P2B proved that it is the people that make up a structure. He went directly to the people, demanded for their votes, and they voted for him. He proved that it can be done, even using a new party to do it. So taking the presidential primaries to the people is the best way to determine the acceptability of the candidate that they want to present in a presidential election. In fact, it should serve as a mini presidential election before they face the proper one. So even if they are limited by law that they must conduct presidential primaries in a convention manner, that all delegates and everyone that will vote in the presidential primaries must be there in the stadium or the hall to vote for the candidates. They can still conduct it state by state. When they see the results, they've already seen the winner. They can now host a convention where they will affirm that person unopposed. It's still acceptable. Anything that will eliminate transactional politics, it can never lead us to anything good, because people invest money in politics because the returns are very high. If they don't take these measures, there's no way to guarantee that the presidential primaries outcome will be free and fair, that it will not be transactional. And this might be a way to shut out P2B in the next presidential election, because if he is committed to the mega party and at the end of the day, money bags will buy delegates and hijack the presidential ticket, that means he can no longer have a platform to contest because it will be already late for him to do so. And that will lead to many people not participating in the presidential election. They will not vote. Not that he is indispensable, no one is indispensable. But looking at the crop of leaders that want to contest the presidential election, he towers high above many of them. He's knowledgeable enough to get Nigerians out of the doldrums where APC has plunged Nigerians into.
We must learn to maintain before we build a new one. We should stop doing new one until we finish the existing ones. I thank the guest lecturer for what you did. What you said. Thank you. When the president of Ghana said they are generating and distributing 5,000 megawatts, I was wondering, Ghana with 1/7 of our population probably generates and distributes more than us. I was doing the calculation and we're discussing with Governor Duke. We must declare emergency in power. And the way to go is very simple. Embedded power and insist on gas supply. We have gas. We have it all over the place. I do not think, yes, we need the dollars, but I think making Nigeria more productive and pulling our people out of poverty, especially in the north, will give us far more value and dollars than focusing on exports.